All right, I'm going to be super real with you. Everyone keeps telling you that to sell digital products, you need a big audience, a fancy funnel, or be some kind of expert within the topic that you're trying to sell. And yeah, that helps, but that's actually what kept me stuck for the past 10 months. I thought I needed to build some crazy brand, have the craziest results, or just learn how to make a course in general. And it wasn't until I scrapped everything I learned over the past 10 months and simplified my whole process. And from there, I was able to get crystal clear on who I wanted to help, how exactly I wanted to help them. And just having that streamlined process helped me make $1,000 with digital products. Fast forward to $1,000 with digital products. And from that, I was finally able to make my first $1,000 with digital products. And fast forward to today, I've made over 30K with digital products myself, and I've generated over $52,000 for content creators like Bougie Barbie selling digital products. So fast forward to today, I've personally made over 30K myself selling digital products. I generated over $52,000 for content creators like Bougie Barbie, who's actually a digital products coach. And you can see here, like, these are just a few of the payments that we sent over for her. And me and my team have been able to create a course teaching people literally how to sell digital products online. And from that community, people were able to make sales, make a consistent income online, even as a beginner with no experience with digital products. And in this video today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to start selling digital products in 2025, the lazy, stupid, simple way. Step by step, no throwing 10 different strategies at you, just what works, and that's it. Whether you're brand new or you're already tried and you flopped with a couple of your projects, okay. Whether you're brand new or you've already tried selling digital products and it flopped, I understand. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear 4-step blueprint to start selling digital products today. And I'm even gonna give you a free starter kit to help you shortcut this entire process and start implementing everything you learned ASAP. So let's get into it. All right, so everything starts with your foundation. Without your foundation, this is literally, it means literally. All right, so everything starts with your foundation. Without this, nothing else matters. So let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever thought to yourself, like, you built a page, you posted for a week straight, and then you gave up because no one liked or commented? I've been there, and 9 times out of 10, it's because your content, it's not because your content doesn't suck, it's because you don't have a clear foundation. So this step is all about getting clear on who you're able to help, how you're able to help them, and getting super clear and specific on the problems that you're going to be solving for people. So for example, we have a lineup right here. So what do you sell? So for example, ask yourself these questions. What do you sell? Who do you help? And why should anyone literally care about what you're trying to do for them, right? So I have an example here set up. So let's say you come in, you're a college student, you're watching this video, and you wanted to make money with digital products, but you don't know where to start. So for example, what you can do is literally take your current position, because you're you don't have to be 100, 200 steps ahead of someone to be able to help. Like, you don't have to be 100, 200 steps up ahead of someone to be able to help them with the product, or even sell a product to them, or even provide them with the service. 9 times out of 10, you just need to be from point A and help them get to point B, right? So for example, I'm a college student. If I was a college student watching this video and I wanted to get started with digital products, one example can be something that you sell is a digital product starter kit, right? The digital product starter kit is good because literally it's a starter kit to be able to start earning with digital products, and that is targeted towards beginners. And that is like an easy, simple product to get yourself in the door with, right? So who do you help? You're a college student, you're learning about digital products so far, you have a digital product starter kit. Who can you help with this digital product starter kit, right? The easiest thing you could do is helping people that are similar to your situation. So if I'm a college student, I'm learning about digital products, I'm going to help other college students learn how to make money with digital products. Now, why should anyone care about me showing people how to make money with digital products, right? Well, I'm a current college student. I'm making $100 a day with digital products, and people in college, they're not doing that. They're trying to figure out where the next meal is coming. They're trying to figure out how to pay for these books. They're trying to figure out how to pay for these classes. So an extra 100, 200, $300 a day is going to impact their life in a way that's like transformational, right? So that's exactly why anyone should care. Because I'm literally in your position and I'm making money, which is something that you're already struggling to do to do in your current situation, your current job, with your current experience as a college student. And just by having that simple outline, like what do you sell? I sell digital product starter kit to help people get started selling money. I mean, I sell a digital product starter kit to help people start selling digital products online and be able to earn passive income, right? Who do you help? I am a college student, so I help other college students get started with selling digital products. And why should anyone care? Well, I'm a current college student. I'm making this work. I have a full time, I have a crazy degree, or I have a crazy field that I'm studying in, and I'm still able to make money with digital products. So now you're able to see how just these simple three questions are able to help you get an understanding and a foundation of how you're able to make money in this space with digital products, right? So that's just a quick example, so you guys can see how everything is broken down like at the simplest form. So let's get into more of how you guys actually start be able to set this up step by step type of thing. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick your niche. These are the top three niches that I see that people are making money in the field. But really, if it comes down to it, if you want to start making money ASAP, I feel like the health and wealth industry, you literally can't go wrong there. If you're helping people get fit or helping people improve their health, or if you're just helping people make money in any type of way, that is going to be your money makers, especially in 2025. These top two, I have nothing against relationships, but these top two are literally what everybody is doing and what is making the most money in the field right now. So it's just super simple. Like the wealth, digital product starter kit falls under wealth because you're helping people make money with digital products. People want to make money. That's at the end of the day, if you have no idea where to start, just help people make money with digital products as beginners, and you could do the same thing. All right, so next is social media setup. Once you have your foundation in place, that is how you're going to be, that is what you're going to be using to move forward and be able to have that base understanding of how you're able to move around in the field of digital products and be able to start making money for real. So the next thing we're going to do now is social media setup. You want to make sure you have your Instagram. You want to make sure that your name is super simple. When you want to consider it like this, right? When you're walking down the street and someone asks you for your Instagram, you don't want to be like, oh, my name is underscore xxx dot xx. Like, people are not going to remember that. You want to have a super simple name so it's easy to find and easy to share your name, right? So my name on Instagram is monetized with Brian, right? That's very, if I tell you that in person, you're gonna be like, okay, I can find that easily. You're able to search for it. There's no spaces. There's no room for mistakes. So I just make it super easy for people to find me on social media and then get the the help that they're looking for. So once you set up your new Instagram, you have a simple username. The next thing, and one of the most important things about all of this, is having a clear bio. Without that clear bio, you're going to be losing out on leads. You're going to be losing out on potential sales. You're going to be bringing traffic to your page, but people aren't going to understand what is it that you exactly do, right? So for my bio says I help content creators make money with digital products. Super simple, super straightforward, right? And the way it's set up is it clearly shows who I help, right? I help content creators. How do I help them? I help them make money with digital products. Where do they start? DM me, monetize the start. So literally when you come to my page from a piece of content, there's no room for question. There's no room for like, what does this guy do? Who is he able to help? If I'm a content creator and I want to make money with digital products, this guy monetized with Brian has what I need, right? And the good thing about a bio is that it helps people come to your page, but it also pushes people out. A good bio pushes people out because if I'm not a content creator and I'm not looking to make money with digital products, then this guy is not for me. I'm gonna move on. And you want that in your page. You don't want everyone to just come onto your page and be like, oh, let me try to figure out if this content is really for me. If this like as soon as they watch that video, as soon as they click on your profile, I need to know within the first 5 seconds, if I'm going to be staying or not. And having the clear bio is what helps them understand. It makes them want to stay. It's the reason why they want to stay, right? Because they understand, okay, I'm a content creator. I want to make money with digital products. This is exactly this is exactly who I'm looking for, right? So here's an example of another bio that's super simple, super straightforward, helping moms start digital side hustles. Who do I help? I help moms. What do they do? I help them start digital side hustles. So, and then where do they start? Grab the starter kit below. So super simple, super streamlined, and your bio is where I feel like 90% of people following you is from your bio. As long as your bio is super clear, you make it super simple. A lot of people all the time they put too much in their bio. They try to overcomplicate it. They're like, oh yeah, I'm this. I'm an author. I'm a realtor. I'm a writer. People don't need to know all of that. They can know that through your content if you show your personality through your content. But people don't need to know all of that. They just need to know, how can this person help me and how can I get started, because that's all people care about. And then as you fix your bio, so once you have your Instagram set up, you have your super simple name, you have your super simple bio, super straightforward, who you help, how you help them, where they can start at. The next thing you want to do is follow and engage method, right? And this method is so, come get closer here. This method is so slept on, it's so OP that like it's crazy how it works because no one's doing it and it's so simple, right? So you're gonna find 5 to 10 people in your niche every day, and the idea is to just follow them. So you're gonna find 5 to 10 people in your niche, right? And they should have around the same follower count as you, because a lot of people, if you're trying to follow these creators with 10K followers and you're just starting out, they're not gonna follow you back. They're probably gonna think you're a bot. They're not going to take you as serious, and they're not going to engage with you because they have so many followers. It's probably hard for them to see you, right? But if I have 10 followers and I follow another person who's in my same niche that has 10 followers, it's going to be like, okay, this is like my partner right here. Like, we're in the same boat, we're on the same journey, we have the same following. That person's going to follow you back because they're looking to build their audience, right? And if you engage with them, they're going to engage back with you. So if you do that with 5 to 10 people every day, that's 5 to 10 people every day that are interacting with your page, actually engaging, actually showing love, actually pushing out your content, and you're building up your audience at the same time. It's literally OP. You do that for a week straight, 2 weeks straight, you're gonna have at least 100 new followers by the end of that time. So, and the good thing about that is not only are you gonna have 100 followers, but they're gonna be engaged followers because you've been engaging with them so much. And the other way that you actually engage with people is that a lot of times when people see comments or they see posts and they're like, oh my gosh, this is a good post, and they put fire emojis. Fire emojis doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't provide any type of value whatsoever. And you're just using Instagram wrong if you're just putting fire emojis. Because what is that? What is that, chat? So instead of that, what you're going to do is actually comment meaningful stuff, right? You don't want to just comment on every post. You want to comment on posts that are actually going there, they're showing promise to be viral, or they're getting views, they're getting likes, they're getting shares. Those type of posts are constantly bringing in new people. So if you have a comment under there and you fire emoji, and it's a fire emoji, people are just going to swipe through your comment. But instead, if you have a comment that doesn't look like a bot, that actually relates to the video, so like for example, I commented on a post the other day, and people still are coming to my page from that comment, right? And the comment is, I've come to the conclusion that business owners have some loose screws, and that's okay. If I saw that, I'd be like, oh, okay, that is very true. It was just it was a meaningful comment, not too heavy, not too like, oh, I'm looking for any type of engagement. It was just real, and people have been liking it. They're still liking it. They come to my profile and then they check out the rest of the content. If your content is good, that is literally, they go down that rabbit hole of what other content you have, and then they end up at your products. So now I'm going to show you guys like a live demonstration of how you can actually do this and how you can actually set this up to be able to do this on your own. So now the next part, once you have your Instagram set up, you have your foundation set up, now it's time to model what's already working. You want to copy what's already working. There's people that are literally selling digital products, starting from scratch and being able to build an audience and make over thousands of dollars. And it's not because they're doing anything special. They're just copying what is working with other people, right? So let me So yeah, they're not, these people aren't doing anything special. They're just copying what works and building off of that, right? So the first thing before we get into all of that, you want to focus on one offer. Just focus on one offer, because a lot of times creators, they try to push five different offers because one's not selling how they want to sell, and then now they're pushing five different marketing angles. Now it's just all over the place, and a confused audience doesn't buy. You want to make sure you're pushing your audience to one offer, because imagine you have imagine you have 100,000 views on one video. One of your videos goes viral, and it's like, okay, I have a bunch of people coming to my page. If there's five different offers to choose from, all of that, those 114,000 people, they have so many decisions to make, and it's like, okay, if I have so many decisions to make, I'm probably not going to make a decision at all. And now I'm not going to go buy. I'm going to go to another profile who just has one product, and I'll be like, okay, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I don't have to think. I'm going to just buy it right there. So imagine, instead of splitting up your audience and pushing them to a bunch of different products, have one main product, talk to one audience, so you know exactly how, with the pain points that they're feeling, exactly how they feel, exactly how they talk, and then literally just focus on solving one problem to that audience. So for example, if I wanted to talk specifically to college creators who wanted to sell digital products, that is the only audience I'm going to talk to. And the offer that I'm going to give them is a digital product starter kit. Literally everything, literally streamlined. So I'm just talking to, I have one offer, which is a digital product starter kit. I'm talking to one audience, which is college students. I know everything about college students. I know that they're struggling to eat. They're struggling to stay in school and study and focus. They're struggling to manage life while being in college. So that's exactly who I'm going to speak for, and that's exactly who I'm going to speak to. And my product should be catered to them, to be able to help them in the best way possible. And then the problem that college students have is that they're broke. They don't have any money right now. So why is digital products the best way to start? Because literally you could do it from anywhere, regardless of how much time you have. And with your you don't need any expertise. You can literally start today, push out a product, create content, and that's it, right? So just by focusing on one audience and fixing their one problem, which is making money while being in school, that is all I have to do to be able to build my audience fast and actually make some progress within the space, and not have to do everything on my own from scratch type of thing. So the way you go about this, about copying what's already working, find 2 to 3 creators who are doing the same thing, literally bar for bar. They're in your niche. They're already putting out content. They're already doing good. They're already making sales. Find 2 to 3 creators to model off of, right? Because it's going to make your life so much easier. And whenever you need content ideas, or you just want to see how a product's going to react, you can literally go to that creator and be like, okay, let me go through their content and see what they do, and whatever's working for them, I could just apply it to myself because we're in the same niche. You don't want to make it hard. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can copy content, model it. You could find creators who are putting out content that's already working, model it, make it into your own perspective, and then push out that content. So now, instead of trying to come up with a bunch of different content ideas, no, you literally don't have to do that. You just go on Instagram, find what's working, copy it, make it your own, and push it out. That way you're able to push out 2 to 3 videos a day, and it's not requiring any mental toughness, because all the work is already done for you. All of the work is already laid out. We have social media at our fingertips. So all it is literally just typing in the search bar digital products, finding videos, and using those same videos to be able to get views coming to your page, right? So after you find those 2 creators, follow them, obsess over their page, save their posts, turn on post notifications, literally obsess over their page for the next week, right? Go through their comments, go through their likes. What are people saying in the comments? How are people reacting to their products? Pay attention to all of that, because that is your target audience right there. They have your audience, and there's literally nothing for you to interact with your audience on their page, right? So after you find those 2 creators, look at the content, look how people are reacting. So for example, this video had 114K views, and the cover said, here's exactly how to use ChatGPT and Canva to make $1,000 with digital products. And all it was is just this guy, he's doing like a B-roll type of clip, and he's just recording himself working on a computer. And then he had the caption. Literally, if that post has 114K views, why would you not use it as your own? Like, use that as the base to create your own version of this content idea, right? And that's exactly what we did, right? So this was the original post, And this was the post with our own spinoff. And as you can see, like even with no audience, 10K views is a good amount of people coming, good amount of traffic coming to your page, and from there they can literally go down a rabbit hole or buy a product of your own. And that's really the simplicity of all of this. Like you don't have to create new content ideas every single day. There's a bunch of content ideas that are already working, proven to work, and they're out there, and people aren't using people aren't using them to the best of their ability. If I know a content idea works, I don't have to spend 2 or 3 months going through content ideas trying to figure out what works. I can just go based off what works and shortcut the whole process to me creating content and making that content turn viewers into actual sales. So now I'm going to show you guys a live example of how all of this works so you guys can be able to do this literally as soon as possible. Now, once you have your foundation in place, once you have your Instagram in place, once you have your pieces of content pulled together and you already know what content ideas work and what doesn't work, now you just literally have to put the final piece in the puzzle, right? And that's having a product and setting up your automation so when you're creating that content, you're able to have something for people to buy. And that's the part that most people overcomplicate, right? They think they need to be an expert, they need to have the degree, or they need to have waited until they made 10K to help someone. No, you just need to help someone get from point A to point B, and that's it. So here's the laziest, simple ways to build your product and cut out all of the nonsense, right? You have plrproducts.com. This is literally done for you products, and they have different sectors under what different ideas for digital products, right? I don't know why that took so long to spit out. So if I wanted to have a digital product already done for me, I could literally just start reselling, and I wanted my product to be about making money. Here's a bunch of different products that I could just buy now and sell done for me, right? Literally, I don't do any work. I'm just pushing on content. The product's already done, the product's already working. I just got to make marketing assets for it, right? So that's one way, plrproducts.com, and they have a bunch of products that you could choose from. The other route is having Canva. Canva is free, and it comes with a bunch of digital product templates already. All you have to do is type in ebook. And from there, it's gonna pull up literally thousands of digital products that you can use to customize as your own, download as a PDF, and start selling it today, right? And as you can see, the list goes on and on and on. So once you have the foundation in place, you already have the content in place, you already have the product in place. Now it's time to talk about just promoting and selling consistently, right? And honestly, the key with all of this and making money with digital products is not even having the craziest product. It's not even having the craziest content. It's consistency. People don't people a lot of people, they come into the field and they try it out and they start posting for 6 7 days, right? And they don't get a sale. First off, your IG account is new. Instagram doesn't even think you're a real account yet. Still thinks you're a bot. So 7 days of posting is not gonna do anything. Yeah, there's some people out there that they make sales within 7 days, and that's like they're like they're going up from there. But that's that doesn't happen often, right? We go based off what systems that actually work and systems that like can be scalable, that can be done over and over again. And to honestly make money within this space, you just need to be posting consistently, because the way all of this works is that you create content, right? And these pieces of content are all targeted towards your audience and helping them in whatever way your product does, right? So I help people make money with digital products. So one of my pieces of content, how to use ChatGPT to make an extra 5,000 this month. You want to make an extra 2K this month? I got you. Everyone keeps telling you use Canva and ChatGPT, but no one's is telling you exactly how to do it. All of these pieces of content are structured to literally target my target audience and make them understand that making money with digital products is very possible, right? So once they see this content and they resonate with it, like, dang, this guy knows what he's talking about. Let me go check out his profile. That content leads to the profile, and from there they're able to check out the links that I have in my bio. They go to there, they click that link, and then they see this page. I don't have a product that I'm pushing right now. I'm pushing out our program. So instead of like going to my stand store, I set up a VSL, a quick funnel website, and then I push everybody there, right? And if you want to work with me, you can work with me from that website. But the whole point of this is to create content that leads people back to your profile, to get them to click the link, and whatever that link is how you get paid. And that's really why consistency is key. Because if you're posting three times a day, and all of them are getting good amount of views, like 300 views, that's if all of them get 300 views, that's 900 people that new viewers are coming to your page. 900 people every day coming to your page. And if your content is quality content, you have testimonials in place, you actually are helping people, you're providing value, that's sales right there. That's how you get the sales coming in. Consistency is what wins the game, right? So how this all comes into play, right? What you're gonna want to do is write down 30 pieces of content, right? So I just showed you guys how to find content ideas. I showed you guys how to find other creators that are doing within your same niche. So what you're gonna do is use the same methods, find 30 pieces of content ideas and write them down, right? And once you have that down, base it off your audience's problems, right? So, for example, I have a post right here. Everyone keeps telling you to open ChatGPT. I made that post because a lot of my target audience is confused about how to actually make money with ChatGPT. I mean, with digital products, and that's where the idea came from. So, I would say write down 30 pieces of content ideas based on your audience's problems, and then what I tell people, at least post one time a day. Post at least one quality piece of content a day. If you put out more quality content, that is more units being put onto your page, and now you're able to get in front of your audience faster with quality content and pushing out volume. If you think about it, the streamers, the big TikTokers, they post about 3, 4, 5 times a day, and that's just because the more they post, the more they're able to get in front of the audience for free. So why not use those tools effectively, right? And as once you have the content ideas and you're posting 1 to 2 times a day, even 3 times a day, you want to automate everything with ManyChat. ManyChat, the way it's set up, you set it up, you post the content, you set up ManyChat in the back end and with the keywords. So, for example, someone comments Reels, they'll get the free starter kit in one of my posts, right? And that's set up so I don't have to be at the business 24/7. I don't have to, even when I'm sleeping. If someone comes across that piece of content at 2, 3 a.m., they can comment Reels and they'll get the product that they're looking for. And if they get the product and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I want to work with this guy even more, then they go down my rabbit hole and they decide to fill out an application and start working with us. And that's why having that system in place is so important, because you get the content ideas from other people, you copy the content ideas and make it into your own. So that's already taken out. You don't have to come up with you don't have to spend hours coming up with content ideas. You already have a nice foundation, you have a nice base, so when people do come from your content, they're like, okay, this person is exactly what I'm looking for. And then let's say they want to take that action and they comment on one of your reels and finally want one of the products that you're trying to offer. They can easily get that. They don't have to wait hours. They don't have to wait for you to wake up and send it. They don't have to wait for you to finish whatever you're doing to send it. They could just get it immediately. And that's why this whole process works. So as you're putting out content, as you're continuing to push and make more pieces of content for your feed, those pieces of content that you already put out previously are still running. They're still getting pushed to new audiences. They still have that automation in the back end. So you can be getting paid from a piece of content that you posted 2, 3 months ago, and people are just now seeing it and they're commenting, and you're still making bank while you're still pushing out new content. So it's just like a never-ending cycle of content creation and people just coming into your ecosystem, deciding if you're the right person to be able to help them, and then taking that next step to buy your product. And then the next thing you want to do is, as you're posting content, you want to balance your content, right? You want to some weeks you want to focus on pushing more growth content, trying to grow your page. And growth content looks like this. It's more broad. It's meant to get people into the door and not be too specific. So, excuse me. For example, how to make your first 5K online. That can be applied to anyone. If you're interested in digital products and you want to earn $1,000 to $3,000 a week, that can be applied to anyone. If you wanna make 500 on social media and you have less than oh my gosh, if you wanna make 500 on social media and you have less than 1,000 followers, that applies to anyone. So this type of content is broad and is meant to bring people into your page to be like, okay, how is this person making money and what's the process like, right? So you're balancing between growth content, and this gets people into your page. That gets the new people into your page. With nurture content, you're making content specifically for your target audience and solving their problems, right? So, for example, like me, I help content creators make money with digital products. So, one of the issues that they're facing, and I know which is super specific, is like they're making posts, they're posting, but they aren't making sales. A lot of people in my field, they even come up to me and they're like, I am making posts, but I literally don't know why my posts aren't turning into sales. So that piece of content is meant to solve that problem for them. As you're getting people into your page and you're making that growth content, you still want the people that currently follow you not to feel neglected, not to feel like, oh, this guy's just doing it. I used to follow this guy for one reason, now he doesn't do it anymore. Now I'm gonna unfollow. That's You don't want to make your current audience feel forgotten or, you know, neglected, because those are going to be the diehards that you have. They're gonna be Those people are gonna be the supporters in your corner that are gonna be pushing your content, pushing your products, pushing how great of a person you are in the space. And that's why we create nurture content, so they don't feel neglected, and we're still building up that audience and making people feel seen, making people see the value. And the good thing about it is, as you're posting growth content and you're posting nurture content, they're going to come in with the growth content and then they're going to binge watch your nurture content, right? So they're going to come in and be like, okay, this guy just showed me a broad way to make 5K online. Now I'm gonna go through his other content, and then they realize like, wow, this person is actually a person of value. He can actually help me. Now let me go check out his product. And that's how the whole content ecosystem works. So you want to have that good balance between growth content and then nurture content. So now, if you stay this long, I appreciate you for staying this long, and I have a special, special gift for you. A lot of people in this field or just starting out with digital products, they often say the same thing, right? How do I get testimonials, or how do I get proof that this works if I have zero followers or I have no sales yet, right? And there's actually a cheat code. You can give your product away for free to people in exchange for a testimonial. And we did the exact same thing. We had one of our products early on in the phase when we were making digital products. It was called Creative Flow, and it was a system to help content creators make better content, right? So what we did, we were starting from scratch. We didn't have any audience, we didn't have any sales, nothing whatsoever. All we did was follow the current. We contacted the current people in our following list, and we just hit them up. We're like, hey, we're making this product. Would you mind testing out for us? Some people are gonna leave you on scene, and that's part of the game. Like, there's nothing you could do about that. But the people that do say yes, we put them into a beta group, and we literally just let them try out the product. And from there, we were able to just be like, hey, we asked them questions. We're like, how do you feel about this product? What do you think could be better? What do you enjoy most about it? And they will just give us their honest feedback, and we will screenshot that and use that as proof, as testimonials, to be like, hey, this product actually works. Check out this creator who was able to use it and start getting views. So that is one of the cheat codes. Just give your product away to 2 to 3 people in your niche in exchange for a testimonial, and 9 times out of 10 people are gonna willingly do it because they like free stuff. And no one is gonna know like no one's gonna know that testimonial was free. They're not gonna know that that person didn't pay. A testimonial is just a testimonial. At the end of the day, it's a review. So whatever that person has as a review is like, okay, that's what they're gonna take to heart. So here's a full game plan, right? You're gonna build your foundation. You're gonna copy off what's working. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just copy off what's working and make it into your own. And literally, that's gonna shortcut the process for you. You're gonna create your product, a done for you product, or you can have the done for you product, which is in PLR products or Canva, or you can create your own product. And then you're gonna promote it daily. You're gonna Consistency drives is what wins at the end of the day. If you don't have the consistency with digital products, you're not going to be making as much money as you possibly can. And then the next thing you want to do is get social proof early. Having that social proof early is what's going to be able to differentiate you from other beginners in the field and be like, hey, this product actually works. So if this video helped you at all and whatsoever, I put together a free digital product starter kit that breaks down all of this step by step with templates and content ideas and so much more. So if you're interested in that, you can grab it using the link below. And if you're trying to turn this into something real, not just a side hustle, but like a real stream of income, I got more videos to walk you through every step of the way. So do me a favor real quick. So do me a favor real quick. Like this video, drop a comment if this helped, and hit subscribe so you don't miss out on what's next. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have a big audience, and you just need to start. Let's get to work.